tonight for the Supreme Court decision, their opinion on the legality of many of the president's tariffs. That's the opinion of the Supreme Court, but to an extent, we already know the opinion of the American people. For that, CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton is here. So as we await the Supreme Court, how do the American people feel about the tariffs?
I have rarely seen public opinion turn against something as quickly as they've turned against new tariffs, Trump's tariffs. What are we talking about here? Well, you go back when Trump was reelected back in 2024. Look, the majority of Americans, the slight majority of Americans, favored new tariffs. Look at that, 52%. But look at the switcheroo. The opposition went from 48% in November of 2024 up like a rocket now to 63% of Americans who oppose the new tariffs. The American people have felt the tariffs, and they do not like them.
So when people see prices rise, and we should note that prices have gone up, they always go up. The rate of inflation could go up and down, but prices have gone up. When they see prices go up, how much do they blame the tariffs?
Yeah, they blame it very much so. I mean, this, I think, really gives the game away. Why have they turned against the tariffs? It is because they blame the tariffs for rising prices. Look at this. Say they've already seen prices rise because of Trump's tariff. Look at that. It was 43% a year ago. Look at where it is now. 67%. Hello. That is an over 20-point rise. No wonder the American people have turned against the tariffs, because they blame them for rising prices. That's an easy political equation to understand. You see rising prices, you blame the tariffs, all of a sudden you become opposed to the tariffs.
And I should, full disclosure, I cheated. I looked ahead here. This is one of my favorite sort of facts that you have referred to a few times over the last few months. How have tariffs played a role in President Trump's popularity?
Okay, just look at the CBS News polling, right? Okay, if you look before Liberation Day, there were zero polls where Trump had a negative net approval rating according to CBS News. But look at all the polls after Liberation Day, all of them have given Trump a negative net approval rating according to CBS News. So there was this clear inflection point. Yes, the numbers might have gone up and down a little bit, but once he dropped into the negatives, once he went underwater, once he was swimming with the fishes, after Liberation Day, he stayed swimming with the fishes, and that is not a place you want to be.
Before, none. After, all. Tells you a little bit of a story there. Okay, what do people think? What are some of the predictions about what the Supreme Court might do in terms of tariffs?
Yeah, if you look at the Kalshi prediction market at this particular point, people who are putting their money where their mouth is. A lot of references to money during this segment. Do, re, mi. Look at this. Chance that the Supreme Court rules against Trump tariffs have consistently been well above 50%. So what has Donald Trump done here? He has basically taken all his political capital, flushed it down the toilet, and for what? For the Supreme Court to rule against most of his tariffs. It's just, it's political. It's a political malpractice. You know, the flames are coming out the side of my head. I feel like I'm quoting Mrs. White from Clue, because politically, it just has made no sense.
Well, go get a fire extinguisher, Harry, and thank you very much. We will see what the Supreme Court does, if there's any nuance in their decision. We appreciate your being with us. A lot of news. We'll be right back.